So yesterday I tweeted that dying doesn't automatically grant you respect. We all gotta die, right? So if you want some respect after you die, you gotta act like you got some sense while you're alive. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I made that tweet because I was thinking about the rapper that died last month, I think it was, Tentacion, whatever the fuck his name is, however you pronounce it. And after he died, this dude just became a saint overnight. People, well, mostly black men on the internet, but we're not gonna get into that. That would take a whole fucking seminar to unpack that. People were comparing him to Martin Luther King and Maya Angelou and Malcolm X within a day, literally, because this man was dead. Never mind the fact that he raped and beat his girlfriend and he was a damn homophobe. But all of a sudden he just turned into a saint, and he had never done anything wrong, and he had so much potential because, you know, he was messed up. But he has so much potential, you know, because he was so young, and then he turned into like a little boy, and he was so innocent and he didn't know what he was doing. You know, he may have raped and beat somebody or a couple of people, but potential is guaranteed, right? Because if he was still alive, he'd definitely be better, right? Let me take a quick moment to talk about potential with people like that. That's such bullshit. Potential is not fucking guaranteed. You can't fantasize about somebody changing because they didn't change. They didn't. And dying didn't change them. That's the point. That's the whole point. Is that they had an opportunity to change and they chose not to. That type of hope is bullshit, and it's harmful, and it's disrespectful to their victims. And please don't get talking about they dismissed the case. They didn't dismiss the case. He died. You can't try somebody who died. But this video is not about him or John McCain, which people thought the tweet was about. I just happened to tweet that right when they were announcing that John McCain had passed away. So I didn't even know that he had passed when I made that tweet. But it still applies to John McCain, because I don't give a fuck what you have to tell me about John McCain, how he was an American hero, how he did this and he fought for that and he did all of that. He wasn't fighting for my black ass. That man voted for bills that will hurt millions of Americans. Millions. That don't sound like an American hero to me. I'm not debating you on that. It's not up for debate. If you want more information, Google is free. So before you get all excited and you want to comment under my page, or you want to tweet me, or you want to come at me online, you're going to get ignored and or blocked, or your comment will be deleted. This video is simply about what I tweeted. That dying does not automatically grant you respect. It doesn't, because we all die. As soon as you die, your sins don't just float away. We don't sit here and mourn Hitler and say, oh my goodness, he had so much potential. It was such a terrible way that he died. Well, I don't mourn Hitler, but apparently the president does. We're not debating that either. And not that I'm comparing the people that I mentioned previously to Hitler, not at all. But I'm just giving an example. He was a shit person, and that's putting it mildly. But my point is just this: we all have to die. There is nothing special about dying. You don't volunteer to die. It's gonna happen. It's just the nature of human beings. So why do we all of a sudden have to respect the dead, and we can't speak ill of the dead simply because they're dead? So we have to change our whole perspective. Once again, when you die, your sins don't go away, because the consequences still happened and the victims are still alive. What about them? What about their families? What about their lives? Now, it lingers. It's bullshit to say don't speak ill of the dead. No, fuck them. If they were wrong, then fuck them to the very end. You do not get sainthood for doing some shit that we all have to do. And that's all I gotta say. No, wait, I lied. I got more. Girl, I got the white folks mad on Twitter. They are upset. It's hilarious. White folks, get out my mentions. You should know by now that black people are not reading your American fan fiction. Equality, liberty, justice for all. When those words were written, we were still slaves. We're not checking for you. We're not reading your fanfics. I'm glad I got that out in one short video. As usual, all of my contact information is below in the description box. And once again, don't come at me with no bullshit, because I am simultaneously the wrong bitch and the right bitch to come for, all right? And check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Krissychula. And also me and my friends, we got a podcast, Houston We Have a Problem. The link is also in the bottom. So check us out. I will see y'all later. Bye.